Oh, the return of the feet. So this is the only thumbnail you came up with, huh, Marcus?
It was about to be double Charlotte. It was gonna be her on the boat, and then it was gonna be her on the other side of the boat.
And Marcus, I'll be honest, my eyesight is so bad. I thought it was double Charlotte until I looked again. I was like, "Oh shit, that's Tiffy." That's Tiffy.
No, that's Charlotte's. That's Charlotte's daughter, Tiffy Stratton.
yeah. It's
Do you know Tessitore the whole way through? I thought he didn't actually know that her name was Tiffany Stratton because he just kept calling her Tiffy Time the whole way through.
He kept calling Tiffy, man. Maybe he close like that. I got a hot take. I got a hot take about Tessitore this week.
Okay, well let us do our introduction. You can get there, Marcus. Hold on 1 second. Welcome everybody to the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast.
Take a second to hit that button.
I am Eric.
I'm Lord Manny Hayes.
And I could have hit that button in 0.5 seconds. It would have been a full second. I'm just
sorry,
saying.
But we know what you do in 5 seconds.
Yes.
You and
come on!
You and Penta and every other luchador mask.
We're a minute in, and you
had to get it
across
on
the line yet. But anyway, Marcus, you had a point to make about Tessitore?
Yeah, I have a point about Tessitore, and this is why I've come to the conclusion that Corey Graves and his beef with WWE is no longer at work after watching SmackDown this week. I felt like him and Wade Barrett were trying to bring it this week. I felt like they were trying to bring it. I felt like they were trying to bring smoke. They were bringing the arguments. They were bringing the energy. I felt like they took it as a jab by Corey. I felt they took that shit personal, and now I know this shit's serious.
I love when Joe was going back at Wade, debunking him when Wade was preaching his stuff. Everybody in the club getting tiffy.
Everybody in the club getting tiffy.
That's the next one.
That would be. You know what, Manny? You guys are singing folk over there. You guys need to do that.
What the fuck?
You guys are singing folk.
They are singing folk. They sing it on their events and games. We don't do that.
You sounded like an uncultured old person, right?
I mean, I guess I can speak.
I am an uncultured old person.
I think Corey Graves is a big mark, and I think he should just be happy that he has.
A big mark.
I think when people like start thinking like they're bigger than what position
Eric,
that they're in.
It's the coach. He said stop stealing his lines.
Oh, okay. Whatever. But I just think it's the thing about it. It's like, you know what the thing is. Pat McAfee and Michael Cole are the A team until college football comes around. You come back from that point, and like doing NXT is not bad. It's like, dude, just play your role. It could be worse. You could be like Byron Saxton doing backstage interviews. Like I just like, he wasn't fired. I can honestly say, if he did get fired, I could understand him going to AEW, and that might improve their commentary. I don't know.
Hold on, brother. Speaking as an ego person, I would be hurt if I'm Corey. I'm on the #1 wrestling show in the world. I will arguably say I am the best commentator in this company. That's what Corey Graves might thinking. You know, it's up to debate. Whatever. I am the best guy in this company. And you put me on the CW with that frog and watching these kids? I've already been down that road, goddammit. I fought to get to that main roster. I fought through all the flames. How dare you make me take a back seat after my career ended? I could have left. I'm cleared to wrestle. I can go to AEW. I can take me, Carmella, and my baby, and we can leave. So, fuck y'all for doing this to me. And maybe him and Triple H never got along anyway. Maybe he a Vince guy.
And Marcus, I look at it this way, and he can say all that, and they be like, all right, don't let the door hit you, with a good Lord split you. I don't think they care that much. I hate to say, I think like
yeah. By the way, Lee Finning has some nerve saying that.
I just want to point out that, like, for me,
talking like a sassy black woman,
Corey Graves is like right there with Pat McAfee. They're like pretty much the same, and so you either like Pat or you like Corey. I think I prefer I prefer Pat's craziness. Ooh. I think Joe and Wade have a very good professional banter where it
I don't like it.
You don't?
I don't like it.
You don't like Joe and Wade?
No, I work on this show where we tell penis jokes every 5 seconds. I don't need.
We haven't told one all day.
You don't, man. So you're trying to tell me you don't like professionalism?
No. No, because I watch NXT and I watch Booker T run amok every day.
And I didn't watch the Corey episode. I'm assuming it kind of almost interfered with Booker T being Booker T, and I need Booker T to be who Booker T is.
Man.
Oh yeah, man. Here we go. Man. Sucky ducky quack quack. Oh, champagne wishes and caviar dreams, if you know what I mean.
Caviar dreams.
Tell it, Roxanne. Yes, that's Roxanne Perez.
That's the prodigy. That's the prodigy right there.
Yeah, she know what it is. What what is Bailey doing? What is she here for?
Anyway, I think Corey is talented. I would, he should venture wherever he wants. Will he show up in TNA?
He wasn't even that good, Kane. He was not good as a wrestler.
No, he's a better commentator than he was a wrestler.
Man, many people may not remember this because it's so long ago, but I was a Corey Graves wrestler fan, so I don't even remember
Eric,
why.
You attach your wagon to terrible things.
I do. But you know what? My wagon's ready to be attached to something else. I was very shocked on this week's episode of Netflix on Raw with the way that they handled the debut of Penta. I mean, the hype for weeks and weeks. The announcers even said the worst kept secret in wrestling that Penta was showing up, and Penta showed up. He had all the fanfare, and it even got, according to dirt sheets, which I would take with a grain of salt because they couldn't bust the Vince McMahon storyline, so I don't think anything else that they say is true. They just make up. But people in the AEW locker room took notice.
Oh, I heard that.
They took notice, and they started saying, hey, maybe the pasture is greener on the other side. So pretty much what happened in WWE.
I think it's called the grass, Eric. I believe it's called the grass, not the pasture is greener on the other side.
Marcus, if I want to call it the pasture, let me call it the pasture, okay?
Because your phrase will be incorrect.
Yeah, it's 100% incorrect. The pasture is greener on the other side.
And you guys understand that about me. Have I ever been right with anything that I say? No, that is my one charm that I have. That is my one charm. Let me be incorrect. With that being said,
and hold on, Kane, I do remember his finishing move. It was called the Grave Digger.
Oh, that's
$2. That's 100% not true. That's 100% not true.
I thought Penta looked like a star, and I think a lot went to Chad Gable and things of that nature. So, Marcus, do you think that the report of AEW wrestlers, some of them in the locker room seeing this, really thought that they have a shot to go to WWE and get treated the same way?
I don't believe that story at all. I think you know what you get. At this point in the history of WWE, you kind of know what you're going to get out of the people that go there. You kind of know. You're not going to be there. It's always been this statement made, and you see it in every documentary. You need to go to WWE and make you into a star. And it just looks like that. Penta, I thought his debut was all right. I'm not blown away by it. I'm not. I wasn't blown away by it. I feel people was like, oh man, they really presented him well. It's the exact same shit. It's just the problem is the room is lit up with more people. It's just it. It's just more people there.
But Marcus,
I thought the best part of the thing was the promo, which apparently I didn't realize Netflix provides the subtitles for you, and if you had your caption on in real time.
But Marcus, I think the thing about it, exactly, Kane. He wasn't blown away. He was just blown. There it is.
Turning my back on this,
Marcus. But you have to understand. You have to look at it this way.
Is that what you said to Penta?
You're
Penta.
You're familiar. You're familiar with Penta.
You know, I'm not going to even say what I was going to say right now because it's going to lead to more filthy talk from you.
You're familiar with.
I was able to swallow it, Manny. That's what I was going to say.
Because you're in the alleyway going, shit.
I'm trying to be Joe Tessitore and have some decorum here, and I can't help it. But anyway, since he's gone, Manny, I understand what Marcus is saying, but I think Marcus is very familiar with Penta. He knows his history, and I think for the one thing WWE does really well is that when they bring somebody to their company, they treat him like that no one knows who he is, and they give us a show. And I thought it was a good thing. Do you think people in the AEW locker room are like, hey, maybe I should make a show?
I wouldn't have been like with Penta. Like, I would have been like that. Cody was obvious, but like they've done good things with Ethan Page. Do you know what? And they've actually done some good things with Lexus King.
Betty, does anybody remember what Lexus King did in AEW? No one knows.
He fought in Cincinnati that one time.
He had terrible matches against Mark, and he was with that other jungle man.
Well, I mean,
yeah, but we've seen examples of this already, right? We've seen Jade Cargill come in. She seems like a big deal, but she was already that.
Like
and, she's not good. She's not a wrestler, but I'm just going. We've seen Dragon Lee come in, the original Penta, as he needs to be known as. The greatest. This is the next greatest luchador of all time. And all of a sudden, Penta's the greatest luchador of all time. Dragon Lee is gone at this point, but they presented Dragon Lee as a really big deal when he was coming up in NXT. They did everything right. They brought him to the main roster very fast because he's such a big deal. But they do it for everybody.
Well, I mean, I think it's one of the things that I think JR said it the best. He was like, "Oh yeah, Penta's been with us for 5 years. He was a nice guy. He worked really well, and he was like, they really did a good job with the presentation. Like, it was one of those things where I think it really points out to sometimes Tony's inability of getting his own way with getting so much talent that he forgets the talent that he has.
But the problem here is, and WWE was like this before we started talking about AEW having there's too many people in AEW situation, because WWE had that problem. There's only so many times you can actually, this person's going to jump from AEW to WWE, and then you go, oh, what a presentation. We really should be asking this question in about 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Because once that buzz has gone off Penta, because once that buzz off has gone off from Penta, we're all going to be like, well, we're kind of waiting for Rey Fenix to come over now. That's what's going to happen. Because we're going to get bored of Penta.
But that was my whole thing about Penta. I thought it was a great showcase for his first match, but I'm curious if they can keep the momentum of him going forward. I just don't know, because they could easily turn into Tony Khan and forget that, hey, I have this guy on the roster. So I was a little disappointed on SmackDown, because I was like, oh, we gonna get Ray versus Penta, but no, we did not get that. But
it feels like they're gonna lead to it, though.
Ray fought. There hasn't been a Mexican in this world Ray haven't fought.
That's
and
true.
You know he's gonna fight Penta at some point in WWE.
And you get ads for Raw on Netflix, but they try and fill in space when they go to commercial break for you guys. Mm-hmm. So Jackie actually interviewed Ray about Penta during a commercial break, and he kind of just went WWE seemed like his logical home and stuff like that. But like, it seems like they're going to start posturing that Ray is eventually going to face Penta at some point before Ray's knees give out.
Yeah, we can go back
that should happen. And then also with Penta, you like his best presentation for me. The best version of Penta wasn't AEW or WWE. It was Lucha Underground Penta.
Yes,
it was Lucha Underground Penta.
We know.
He was in the prime of his life and all that. It was great. He's beating up EO and shit and Chelsea and breaking arms. And he was out of control. He was one of the best characters on that show. And let's see if WWE can bring basically some of that energy of his singles run. Because in AEW, he was mostly a tag wrestler the entire time. And, I believe most of us on this show was like, let's see what they do with Penta as a singles.
What I liked the most about the entire thing, besides the match, I thought the match was excellent. I thought the post-match interview promo, I would love for WWE to do more of that stuff. I mean, as someone said, the joke was that his daughter's package will be done and have this moment when she wanted to become a luchador right there. When it was like, it felt authentic. And I think that is something that professional wrestling has been missing a lot. Those authentic moments that make you feel good. And I thought that was a moment that made me feel good.
It was, I don't know if you watched the Busted Open radio on YouTube. There's a clip of Bubba talking to, giving his opinion on what it meant. And you could tell it was a big deal to Penta. Like, Penta actually made it.
Yeah.
When he cut that promo. Because, like, AEW, yeah, it's competition, but it ain't the big leagues. No, let's get it. It ain't the big leagues.
It's called space. We all know that. It's not a shot.
That's no shade. That is no shade.
It is the equivalent of calling the XFL a real football league, and it's not in shade. It's just we know what the real league is. I know that's low, very low standard compared to the NFL, but I'm just saying we know what the real sporting league is. The NFL, like the English Premier League or the Bundesliga, for every player has their big leagues and shit.
Like, yeah, Tony Khan can make you a millionaire if you go to AEW, but WWE will make you feel like a millionaire when you go to WWE.
The thing that really took me aback about his debut and his time was like, I was looking at stuff on the internet, and this is a question because we're gonna get back to AEW and people jumping because I would like to touch on that. But
SmackDown,
we're gonna talk about SmackDown. we got an hour. Baby. I got a show planned. This is one time I'm organized, and it's not often. But the thing that I noticed that I just don't understand about the wrestling community is our obsession with nostalgia. When Penta signed with WWE and all that, everybody start talking about all the matches he can have with people he's already had matches with. And I was like to myself, I don't think I want that. I want to see matches with people he hasn't had. Like when Kane put in the chat right here, Breaker versus Penta for the IC title, that would be a hell of a match right there because it's so contrasting styles. And like Chad Gable versus Penta, we had never seen that. And it was a great match. Do you, Marcus, want to go him and have matches he's already had already, or would you like to see him do new things in his WWE tenure?
Well, like I said, I like to see what gives you the best story. How about that?
Okay, I think
like
that's a fair answer,
I do not have a problem with people having opponents that they fought before. How many times has Kevin Owens fought Sami Zayn? How many times has Sheamus fought Drew McIntyre? How many times can CM Punk go after John Cena or whatever the case may be? I don't mind all of that going on. If the story permits it, then I'm okay with it. Kevin Owens been fighting the Bloodline for 5 years.
I don't even know what he's fighting right now. He's fighting everybody at this moment.
He's fighting the world, and he's carrying the wing eagle title.
And you love every second of it. What about you, Manny? Were you one of the people who's like, "Oh, I want to see him go against EO again. I want to see him repeat what he did in"?
No, I didn't really watch. I didn't really watch him in Lucha Underground, but it's interesting because what it is he made Chad Gable come out on Twitter and have an epiphany that he loves professional wrestling again. He's feeling alive. So I think just having him and a different type of opponent, freshening up the roster. I think it'll be good, and I'm excited, like Marcus, for what's the best story you can tell. Because obviously, if you're gonna go switch from English to Spanish all the time, like Rey Mysterio, you ain't telling me a good story, brother.
I'm not gonna lie, I was actually shocked that he spoke English as well as he did. I didn't know. Like,
hold on, Eric. He just went, thank you, and that was it.
No. He talked a good minute or two in English.
Let's be real. Andrade still can't even do that.
Yeah, but motherfucker, where's your boss?
best line I've ever heard in my life.
So back to it though. So going back, who do you guys think will be the next individual to jump from AEW to back to WWE?
Oh, Manny's typing. I'm sorry.
I could go find the email, Manny. I can find it.
I'll do. You host the show.
Okay.
Okay. I just saw Manny and typing, and then you stopped, and I was like, oh, I guess we're not answering this question. Honestly, is it going to be the biggest deal in the world? But I can imagine Wardlow already making the jump. It just seems like a big-sized guy who's just disappeared. I went with the disappeared by people, but you can also... Now, the question is, have they been in WWE before, or are these original? We've only seen them on the Indies or AEW.
I think it's only
because the real answer, who's next, is Malachi Black.
We gotta know Malachi, but I don't think Malachi is gonna make a big difference in my opinion. I just don't.
No, but I just mean that he is clearly the next. He's the next answer. But I'm going with someone that's not.
In the production meeting, I think you guys brought up an interesting name because I think it has
not
been.
I'm not taking Manny's pick.
It hasn't been a female to jump in a while, but I can see Britt Baker coming and making a jump. And if they could teach her how to wrestle better, she's a very good talker. She could be the next big female star in NXT.
I don't think she's a great talker.
Think she's a very talker.
Okay.
She could do a backstage segment that lasts 10 seconds and say DMD. But other than that, even Tony didn't allow her in the ring by himself, and he allows Mercedes out there.
I don't think she's that great at anything. I think she's very average at best. I think the way you two used to dunk on Liv, I think she's worse than Liv.
Well, if it was
hold on, I didn't dunk on Liv that hard. I dunked on Alexa Bliss harder than I did Liv.
Let me Manny. Honestly speaking,
but you're right.
If Britt Baker became a free agent, I would just say that WWE should let her go. I think they have far too many women, and I don't think that she moves the needle enough to make any difference. Maybe TNA could use her, but I don't think that that they need her at all.
I think the NXT women or the WWE women are extremely too athletic at this point to be Britt Baker. Like, they have too many young talents coming up there. Be like, oh, we're gonna get put in the backseat to you because Britt Baker's coming in. Nah, I'd rather use Sol Roca. At this point, I'd rather use what's the child name? What's your child name with the cowboy in the hat? Phelan Henry.
Phelan Henry?
Yeah.
Alan.
Yeah, I use that.
I think there's a good few other people from AEW that I'd rather take than Britt Baker. I'd rather take Willow. I could easily take. I wouldn't mind taking Shida, but
I don't know what version of Shida you're gonna get though. Shida keep changing her.
Shida can sit her ass down at this point. No. But you want to also be clear. You don't want the data be to who we can get, because they're gonna end up in the same situation that AEW did. Just signing people and bringing them in and not having to doing it. Because let me tell you something, people. Wrestling is not like baseball. The Dodgers can get as many people as they want. God damn it, and I'm not gonna care. Our roster is deep. But in wrestling, there becomes a problem because there's not enough time to go around.
Marcus, you brought up in our PM that Conan mentioned.
PM?
Production meeting.
Is that what we call it, our PM?
Production meeting. You brought up that Conan
too close
mentioned.
To PM.
You brought up Conan mentioned that Kenny Omega should make the jump to WWE just so he can get that treatment. Marcus, what is your opinion on that statement? Do you think Kenny should make that jump?
Well, when Kenny's contract was coming up, I think a few years ago or a year ago, I was like, he should do it. And I thought him and the Bucks should do it. Just fuck it. Just fuck it at that point. We can make a bunch of money, the Elite versus the Bloodline. I'm just saying there was money on the table.
I don't think
you could have made that money because it would have been like, oh, this was not supposed to really happen. It would have been the Usos versus the Young Bucks, Roman versus what you call him, Kenny, and it could have been this big spectacle match. And I think Kenny deserves. And I'm not trying to knock AEW. Kenny has had a million of great matches. But a WrestleMania match means more than I think any other match on the planet. I'm just saying.
What about you, Manny? Would you like to see Kenny make that jump and go to WWE, or do you think that he would never do that?
I think you're going to end up in a situation of he's going to be Sting, this generation's Sting, where he held out for eternity before he went to WWE. Yeah, I'd like to see Kenny in WWE. It'd be interesting to see what he's capable of now that it feels like his in-ring is going to be restricted. It's almost like, do I really want this? Like he left it too late.
He does have a feud waiting for him with the Evil New Day around. Like,
ain't a cue for Kenny Omega.
Why not?
The New Day, as much as I like them as a heel, Eric, they're very below or if not mid card. If I'm Kenny Omega and I'm going to WWE, I'm signing to be a big deal. I'm only fighting the big guys. I'm fighting your Romans, your Owens, your Rhodes, your Drew McIntyres, your CM Punks. Even though know, but I'm saying I'm only fighting the big deals. I'm coming here for the big deal. I'm not coming here to go fight Dragon Lee.
Now, Marcus, I get what you're saying though, but WWE does treat their signings a little bit different than everybody else because they need to educate their audience of who this person is. And
tell me what AJ Styles other than the Y2 Jericho thing. Yeah. When he went to SmackDown and became the house AJ Styles.
They all pay their dues and they get an introductory feud so people can know who they are. I just don't think that Kenny would just jump right there. You're fighting Roman. And technically the money match for Kenny would be Kenny versus CM Punk. That would be the money match because you take whatever bullshit that took place in AEW.
I think Kenny and Cody.
I think Kenny and Cody.
Kenny and Cody is the real money match because we built that company. Damn it! It was me and you and the Bucks. It was me and
you. But I don't see Kenny jumping anytime soon. If anybody, I see
Kenny jumping.
The person I see jumping, and I don't think they need him, and he probably should have signed with them when he had the opportunity. Would probably be Jay White because I think Jay White's stock is.
No, stop on this Jay White dream, man.
No. I think his stock is dead.
No. We would have gotten Jay White is exactly what we're seeing in AEW.
I feel Jay White is where he's at. Why do I need Jay White when I have a Seth freaking Rollins at this point?
That is also true. So I understand.
And then I have all my NXT guys coming up. And
oh no, Kane, MJF is dead. No one. I don't. MJF.
No,
I can't make money with MJF. I just can't.
Let me tell you this. I can make money with everybody in it. No, stop. Stop disrespecting all these people.
One trick pony. MJF is a one-trick pony.
It's not his fault. He have no creative minds next to him. I tell you this, AEW is a black hole, and when you come out that black hole, it's like nothing happened over there. It's like Cody came out of fucking the sky and fell into WWE's lap, and Seth Rollins with a torn pec, and now he's a megastar. It doesn't matter what you did in AEW. You can cure racism. You can have Brandy run the muck. It doesn't matter. You are baptized by the holy grail of WWE water when you show up there for some reason.
Manny?
So I've got two things. I got 2 points here. One, how dare you even compare AEW to the Raider Nation, calling it a black hole? How dare you? And two,
Manny, are any of them winning right now? Tell me right now.
Manny, finish.
and two, this man in our production meeting, yes, we had a production meeting today. We did not roast each other for 30 minutes. He said he was going to be less negative about AEW. He is already telling people he cannot make money with anybody.
No,
Who said that?
I said I cannot make money.
Eric?
Hey, I'm not talking about AEW. I'm talking about wrestlers. I'm saying MJF is a one-trick pony. He's been doing the same thing over the last 5 years.
It's his fault.
He has not evolved at all.
It's his fault.
Why? He could change.
He can change, but you know what? You know what you have in WWE? You have a team. They're a team working there with their writers, and it goes all through Paul Levesque and everything. Tony Khan is not that dude to give you that story that can give you something creative. What's Tony Khan done that's creative in a long time? Oh yeah, I'm using other promotion storylines and characters.
That's all he is. He's an LA Knight, and I don't like LA Knight.
Come on,
No.
He's a much better wrestler than LA Knight.
No, he's not.
Nah,
He really is. He's a much better wrestler than LA Knight. You guys are being ridiculous.
I'm giving him younger Miz. I like the Miz.
He's better than the Miz in the ring.
No, he's not. Marcus, MJF has only been as good as his opponent, and everybody else is like it's the same story. Oh, I'm a rich entitled guy. You have to go through a gauntlet.
But is he in charge of creative? I mean,
stuff like that.
Is he in charge of his own creative? Tony's the ultimate charge. Tony's the real writer. Tony's the real writer of the show. MJF is just collecting a paycheck.
He could say no. Malachi said no, and that's why he was labeled.
Yeah, and then once you say no, you're never on TV again.
Once his storyline of being the hottest free agent in professional wrestling ended, he was nothing. Nothing, because he was not as hot as the storyline. I don't think WWE ever wanted him.
Austin Idol. What the hell?
MJF looks like a younger Rick Martel.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? In some circles, Rick Martel is the most underrated wrestler in the history of wrestling. Rick Martel can go, apparently.
I just don't think that the situation that he's in right now is going to rebuild his image in my eyes of being a one-trick pony. But speaking of,
but you said that you were critical of Phil.
Who?
Phil Brooks, Phil Punk in AEW. Talk about he done, he washed. They put they threw him in WWE into the limelight, and next thing you know, he get 3 "This Is Awesome" chants.
Hey, man, some hair dye and having actually a passion about what you do makes a big difference.
Remember, it's all about, you can criticize the wrestlers for what they're able to do, but you can talk about how they've been presented. LA Knight let's go with him, since you compare MJF to him. Kind of a nobody his whole career. He becomes he was Eli Drake. WWE puts this shine on him, and then all of a sudden he's somebody. People wanted him to beat Roman Reigns at this point. They wanted him to beat Roman Reigns. They would have never said that when he was in TNA. They would have never said that in the AWA or in NWA. Shit, he old enough to be in the AWA. The point is, when the WWE puts their machine behind you and their creative forces, you see the wrestlers' strengths and not their weaknesses.
I still don't like LA Knight, so I don't think I would like MJF any different. I just don't think he doesn't do it for me, unfortunately.
I'm just saying it worked, and people become out differently.
Speaking of things coming out differently, another news story that broke this week is that WWE has a working agreement now with TNA where I guess they're going to do more than what they're doing. It's multi-years. All I got to say is there's only one thing I want to say. I just don't want to see the Hardy Boys show up on NXT. I don't need that in my life.
That's happening.
If the Hardy Boys show up anywhere, it'll be on SmackDown to face DIY because they need something. They need something because DIY ain't the answer. They just ain't.
Wait, are we talking about SmackDown or are we talking about TNA?
Yeah, I don't know where you at. You just rented on DIY. And he was like, let's talk about this partnership.
No, I was just talking about. I just don't want to see the Hardys show up on any TV for WWE.
So Eric, we spewed our guts about this deal. What do you make of it?
I mean, it just really depends on how the deal works. I think it's more interesting that WWE is willing to partner with other companies because I think they are already have a silent partnership with Noah, which is why Omos is over there. I do think it gives them a different outlet to have other people come and wrestle in their company and vice versa. They can send people. I just wonder if WWE will send any big stars to TNA. And if TNA will send any big stars to WWE, I feel like right now the deal is very one-sided, where we'll get Joe Hendry and we'll give you Tatum Paxley. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's the same name that popped in my head.
Will you get a Bailey showing up at TNA? And I know that's
you might
not
get a Bailey, but you're not getting if you think you're getting Roman Reigns turn up on TNA, you ain't getting that.
Hold on,
I would never do that.
Hold on, I believe we get one. I think we're gonna get one of the Samoas on that show, and I'm gonna tell you which one Samoa that should go on that show. The one that walked out on SmackDown this week. Solo is a good. I'm not really a main eventer, but I've been in a main event spot for a while now. That I could go into TNA, put on some matches, get better, seem like a bigger deal than I am, come back. I was TNA champion.
I'm gonna be honest.
You give us sprinkle of bloodline business. A sprinkle of bloodline business.
I was disappointed that Solo didn't talk. I wanted him to say something.
He got nothing to say.
Overall, I think the partnership with NXT and WWE and TNA is to be determined. Hey, we'll see what happens. I'm assuming we're gonna get some TNA wrestlers in the Rumble. All
they did was make it official.
Yeah, they just made it.
Yeah, no, that's all they did. We were in a relationship. We were dating. We were,
They put a ring on it.
We were fucking a little bit, but you know what? I'm gonna take it to Mom's house this week. It's official.
And then they put Slamovich on NXT television, and that's my first time seeing her. And I mean,
I'm sure
it's not your first time seeing her.
I'm sure you.
What are you talking about? You had a whole conniption with you and Ryan watching Slamovich and Killer Kelly team together as they fought with the chains coming out with Rosemary and
that was her?
That was all of them, Eric. That was all of them. You've seen them multiple times.
I prefer Killer Kelly over Masha Slamovich.
Yeah, I think I prefer Killer Kelly also, but
you don't even know which is what because you don't even remember seeing them.
I do
so
not.
You can't even say you've seen them wrestle a million of times. You go, I've never seen
Marcus. I like how you say a million of times when it actually is probably like two.
It's like two.
It's two.
It doesn't matter, Eric. I speak in absolutes and hyperboles. Okay, I don't care.
And I'm proud of you. You haven't been dirty yet, and I know it's only time to come, especially when we start talking about people. He's close.
He have not become close.
He's been on that edge.
It's Manny. I am now a better person. Okay.
You know, did you hear his explanation on Thursday? We are a team, and he tried to drink.
Yeah, I heard what he said.
We are a team. We are a team. If I do bad, you do bad. Okay.
He was trying to.
I'm Barack. You can beat Michelle. Okay. But I'll beat her.
Said she ain't showing up.
I know she ain't showing up. She ain't buying that.
So let's get to SmackDown. So SmackDown, they're in San Diego, and you know they're going to start off with Rey Mysterio. When Rey Mysterio walked out...
You know what? You don't know that. You don't know that. He's a Raw wrestler. You don't know that.
And I honestly thought we was going to have two shows of Penta because, of the transfer window. And I was like, we going to get Penta versus Rey. I was excited. I was like,
why would you think you'd get Penta versus Rey on Random Raw, unadvertised, on free TV in San Diego? You are never getting anything like that. At the Pachanga Center, Eric? How dare you?
I've been to the Pachanga Center, which is now, it used to be the San Diego Convention Center. I don't know. Can a man help? Can a man hope? That's what I was hoping for. I was like,
I still believe those are the same place.
Pretty much, Rey came out there, and Rey did what Rey does that we've done for weeks, and proclaimed himself to be an entrant in the Royal Rumble.
He declared, excuse me, put our graphic up.
Is it 30 minutes? Is it 30 men? Or
30
men. Or is it 50 again?
The greatest Royal Rumble is the only one to do 50. This is the 30
greatest
man
Royal
over
Rumble
the top.
will never ever happen again.
It
We
might
talk
happen
about
next year,
Manny. The real Royal Rumble is happening in Saudi Arabia. They may say, let's run that back with 50 and let's put that green title on the line.
Hey, does a BB King get into the Royal Rumble? I think he does.
Nah,
I ain't seen him
that's
since.
next year.
I thought this was a very interesting angle when KO came out there and says, "Hey Ray, I hope if you do win the
Talk
Royal
about the
Rumble
shirt.
that
Talk
you
about the
challenge."
Shirt.
Talk about the shirt.
The Canadian Dream, the son of a security technician.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't
Yes.
that J.K. Swish's job title?
No, he's just computers or something.
Kane,
A security technician, Manny, is just a security guard.
to answer your question, I do believe there will be some WWE superstars on Genesis tonight. I just don't know
They
who.
put up the graphic. They put up.
Yeah, they
NXT
put
on
it.
their graphic.
It's TNA, Genesis, NXT right under it.
Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting what take place on that one. I mean, it may be kind of like, oh, maybe I should watch Genesis, but I have other obligations.
No, they are going to put. I believe they're going to feature random people in the crowd. Maybe you get an
Quarter
Oba
Jade.
sighting.
Quarter Jade will be on the show.
So
Yeah.
I know Marcus has a lot to say on this, but I'm going to ask Manny instead. Manny, how do you feel
You
about Kevin Owens
motherfucker,
walking
you.
around with his winged eagle title, just making matches, challenging people, being delusioned, saying that people can challenge him at the Royal Rumble?
Patriba
You know,
Bowl.
you know what? When he came out and he was giving props to Ray, and he's like, when you win the Royal Rumble, I hope you choose me. And then the moment Ray says, you ain't a champion, man. And he
Yeah,
that was perfect.
Marcus,
the shock and awe of it.
KO has been your boy for a long time, Marcus, and I will say that KO is doing some of the best work of being delusional. Ray even called him delusional, and I'm glad you're. Marcus, how do you feel about the whole segment of Ray versus KO, which ended up into the main event of the night? KO versus.
It wasn't the main event tonight. Tiffy kept the main event.
Oh, that's true. She
Tiffy
did
kept
keep
her
the
main event. How dare you?
Wait, so Nick did book a main event. He had a main event already.
He had a main event. He had to bump somebody to get this other match. And then he had to add Piper Niven and BFAB too because time.
You had to.
And, I don't know how Nick was able to get all this done since he was running around all night with a contract trying to get Kevin Owens and Cody aside. But anyway, when they told me that Kevin Owens and Rey Mysterio has never wrestled, I went, "Are you serious?" As long as they've been around, I feel like Rey has wrestled everybody.
But Marcus,
How is it slipped through anybody's cracks that this has never happened in all the time that they've been working together? It was odd to me.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of matchups that we don't know about that hadn't happened. But I was like, I thought I was going to get Penta, but I got Kevin Owens and Rey Mysterio for the first time. So I was like, I'm okay with that.
Eric, no. Stop with this Penta dreams. You have never been this big of a Penta fan.
Hey, sometimes presentation do it,
again.
Man.
Manny, as soon as these AEW guys go to WWE, Eric is right on them. He's right on them.
No. It was the way that they presented them. Afterwards, the post-match interview, which I wish they would do with more wrestlers. Really, I loved that. I told you, it felt authentic.
Will Ospreay did it better at AEW.
Bruv.
No, he did, and I respect Will Ospreay. I just think that he's not doing anything right now. I don't even know what's going on with.
He made a save for Kenny this week.
Yeah, but
him and Kenny are going to team and fight each other eventually.
But Marcus, he's going back down the road he's already traveled down. Just now, he's not traveling it alone with Kenny Omega.
I do not blame the wrestlers for what's going on at AEW. I can only blame Tony Khan for lack of creative because his only creative is this has happened in this one. This was happened in this one. Let's run that back. Oh, TNT.
I will let you speak on this first, though, Marcus. Backstage, apparently Belair sent Naomi to get the update on Jade, and I don't think Naomi ever made it to Nick to ask. I just don't think she did.
I just feel like this was a lot of bullshittery going on right here. What's going on here? I'm at the point where I'm at the ending to the murder on the Orient Express of what happened to Jade. Everybody in the locker room killed her. Spoiler for that movie, book, or whatever the hell it is. Everybody involved. Everybody and their mama involved to kill Jade. Nick Aldis helped put Jade on that car. Everybody involved. This conspiracy is running deep. It's ridiculous. But I'll tell you who did look like a guilty motherfucker. Bianca Belair looked like a guilty motherfucker this week. Because she was like, oh my God, I don't know what happened over there. Nothing's going going on. I don't believe it. She sound like bullshit. Sound like somebody was stealing her lifeline and she pushed her on that car. She know what happened. You damn right it was me, Hunter. You damn right. You damn right it was me, Sean. How does nobody have any information?
I don't know. We got cameras everywhere.
There's CCTV everywhere.
I know. And we got nothing. Jade don't remember.
Jade out there posting her AKA stuff, and I'm like, I need you to come and answer. Who attacked you?
Who
Put you in that
attacked you?
position like that?
So I'm going with the agreement. It's either Bianca Belair or the entire WWE that pushed her into that car.
So there's only one question I have about the strategy of this match. It was Nia Jax and Candice LeRae going against Bianca Belair and Naomi. And I just didn't understand the strategy of Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Before the bell rang or just shortly after the bell rang, they squashed Naomi, putting her out of commission. And I just felt like they could have won this match if they would have squashed Bianca and then worked on Naomi.
Bianca's
I don't understand.
Bianca's too strong.
She would have took that. She would have bounced up. That would have backed up. She would have started throwing the forearms and throwing some kicks, and then she would have picked them up and threw them across the arena. You know how Bianca do.
You know the Black Panther suit where it can absorb shock, and then re-push purpose out that force. That's what happens to Bianca Belair.
Yeah. So you don't want to deal with that. Although I would like to also give a strike to Nia Jax. How dare she rip up her cheetah outfit and then turn it into a wrestling freak gear? She done killed a cheetah on Raw, and then she done re-killed him and wore it again.
Yeah, she's doing it for multi-purposes, Marcus.
She's killing for leopards.
She's doing what she needs to do.
How dare she dress up like the wild man, Mark Merrow?
I just want to point out though, I miss TIFFY with her because Candice just doesn't do it for me. But
Candice is perfect, Eric. Candice is perfect because Candice is a manipulative white bitch.
Wow.
She is.
Wow.
That was a description. That wasn't an offense.
Although Marcus tries to make this a community, those are his views alone, not ours, not Manny and I. Those are all Marcus.
Then now forever together. Okay, that's our catchphrase.
See, there he is again, trying to drag us down with him.
Hold on.
Just like Jada Parker.
Rest in peace to Chester the Cheetah because he's still talking. Go ahead. Yes.
You know what they're doing to Jada Parker is fucked up, by the way.
I don't know what's going on. Like, she has the transphobic whatever comment. She likes something. And then apparently she's having an affair with Jey Uso. All this shit going on with Jay Parker at this point. And you know what? She's safe in my opinion.
So this video that allegedly come out that she's cheated with Jey Uso was posted in 2023 by Indy Hartwell.
Oh man, it's just somebody trying to.
Because she has an opinion on. I think they passed a bill that
she liked. She had liked.
It's basically like no trans people can compete in like women's sports and stuff like that.
That's her opinion.
Obviously, her being a D1 athlete, a former D1 athlete, she's going to be very opinionated on something like that. And
I can understand that concept. Like, although you are transgender, like you still have like genetics of like it's. I don't know. It's a
whole thing. It's a whole thing. But the point is this: she was saying, "I pushed my tweet. I like that tweet because I want to protect women's sports." That's what she was doing. It's not like she went out there and said something completely insane, like, "Oh, I don't want to be around them," or something like that. She ain't Hulk Hogan.
No, she ain't Hulk Hogan. But can we talk about one of my favorite moments of the night for whatever reason? I don't know why I enjoyed this so much. So we're backstage. This is where Rey Mysterio is getting his title shot against KO.
It's not a title shot. It's not a title shot.
Whatever it is, Mark. I believe in KO in this situation. And then Cody walks out from the medical doctors. And
like he got a finger up the butt.
His suit is undone and all that good stuff. And he's like, I got a clean bill of health, Nick. And Nick's like, I'll take your word for it. He's like, the paperwork is in there. And then I'm just thinking to myself, so Cody, you wore the suit for your physical. However, later in the night, you was wearing your jumpsuit. Isn't the other way around? You should have been in your jumpsuit for your doctor's appointment and then in the suit later. I was very thrown off by this.
Yeah, he had to do a full striptease to that doctor.
I was thrown off by Rey Mysterio telling him, "I'm gonna leave you some for Kevin. Shut up, Ray. Shut up. Get out of here.
Ray ain't never took a bite out of nobody.
Ray, homie, when's the last time you done beat somebody to the end of their life? Most of the time, it's you getting swung around on a stretcher and being head exploded from the Great Khali, choked out by Batista. Most of the time, it's you being left to the end of your life. Just say it, Ray. I'll leave a little bit.
Marcus, did you like the fact that
Tough guy.
That they tried to make us believe that Bailey had a chance tonight and gave us an empty arena interview with Byron Saxton and her talking about her accomplishments and stuff like that?
Eric, I just saw a pig setting up for slaughter. That's all I saw. This was the easiest alley hoop dunk. They tried to remind us that Bailey is somebody. It was somebody. So Tiffy beat her clean. So Tiffy elevates herself. That's all this was. I didn't fall for any of this propaganda. Bailey never had a chance in hell. In hell.
This was just to bait George Kittle to make a tweet as though she was wearing his jersey number. Yeah.
Oh, she was.
So.
But
Marcus,
now they both sit they fat ass at home.
Marcus, I asked you the Bailey question because I have to ask Manny the more important question because we already alluded to it a little earlier. In the locker room, the women's locker room, we got Meechin and B-Fab commiserating about what Piper and Chelsea has done. And I don't know. Piper comes in, she clears the room, and lets her know that there's no threats in here. And this leads to a match with Manny. I personally love the stupidity of this segment. However, I was thinking about you. I was like, I think Manny might hate this, but he also was very complimentary when B-Fab had a match a while ago. How did you take this segment right here?
First of all, B-Fab should not be talking. She got a little bit too brave for someone that's at the bottom of the pecking order. She got a little too brave. But I appreciate it. I appreciate what she did in that ring. It wasn't trash. It wasn't trash. It wasn't La Madrina. It wasn't La Madrina. She done a lot more than La Madrina in the last couple of weeks.
Hey, OTM and B-Fab, they've been practicing. So I got hope for Jade.
OTM, B-Fab been going to work. Whereas I don't know what La Madrina. La Madrina is still probably working on the boat.
I was
working on the docks.
I was
collecting
that
money for the dog.
Put on her bodysuit this week. I was like, that don't even look like that's easy to put on. Mark, I'm gonna ask you this question. Yes. I thought this was the first time since he made his debut on SmackDown that Carmelo sounded like Carmelo from NXT, where he was talking like he's the biggest man in the room when he's a little man. Before when he came out talking his trash before he fought Jimmy Uso. I actually thought this was a really good match, and I was upset that it ended the way that it ended. I agree with. I think Manny has said this on numerous occasions. Jimmy is the better Uso. However, he doesn't have the heat. What do you say about all this, Marcus, from Carmelo to Jimmy in this situation?
Well, Jimmy is the better Uso. He's the better wrestling Uso. Jay can get the emotions out. Jay has the personality. Jimmy, you see his super kicks? They are so accurate.
There we go.
They're deadly. We know they're the most deadly super kicks in the game. I thought this was a surprisingly good match for no reason. I don't know why I enjoyed it. I thought this was the best Carmelo has looked on a main roster in a while. Other than the Andrade matches, those don't count anymore.
His two matches with Cody were good.
Oh, yeah, those were pretty good, too. But this is the one time I could say that I thought Melo had a chance of winning. Like, I was like, I didn't know who was going to win this match. I kind of figured that they were going to interfere, but I was like, we kind of moved past this point. Manny, what about you? What did you thought about Melo and Jimmy's performance in this match?
I knew it wasn't gonna disappoint because Melo don't miss. Even though Jimmy did say you could build a house with all the bricks he'd been throwing.
Bricks?
Yeah, but hold on. Wade Barrett made the same. He was like, "Who's missed more shots in the NBA history? Kobe Bryant, and you would take him on your team, wouldn't you? He makes them when it counts."
This is why, Corey. This is why you ain't on the show, Corey.
This is why. Tess and Wade were bringing the business this week. I'm telling you, it was personal. We were like, we're going to bring it today. So, this was the best commentary I've heard from Tatum in a long time, to be honest.
Post-match, so many things happened that I didn't think I wanted to have happen that I was very entertained with. So first, of course, Jimmy gets attacked by Tama and Jacob. And then afterwards, you cut to Solo coming out. Then they go to commercial break. Solo wearing his red coat. He comes out. They're booing the hell out of him. And I'm like, let the man speak. I'm curious what he had to say.
Let the
I want to know what he had to say.
Hey, became Finn Balor. Let the man speak, please.
And then, you know what? They didn't let the man speak. And he dropped the mic and he walked out the room. And then next thing you know, Jacob says, you know what? I'm gonna spit on this shit. And
this is why Jacob's not allowed to talk.
Jacob talked the most, excuse my language, the most niggerish promo I heard. Like, I was like, oh, y'all better clutch your pearls because he gonna take you off.
Eric, not only that, this was a more Eric, Manny, you're not aware of this, and maybe the listeners not. I grew up in a very rural area, mostly poor, and I became a man at the Hop Penny Inn. There was a man named Pocky there of legend. He broke out of cuffs. He would give methed out speeches in the middle of the night for no reason, but they were all threatening. He was a giant Samoan guy.
Yes, he was. He was.
So, and when Jacob grabbed that microphone and said, y'all think I'm some type of crazy? Y'all think I'm crazy? I was like, fuck, man, I'm having PTSD when I was a child. This man is a murderer, he's a killer, and he should be behind bars. This as passionate as Penta's promo was, and maybe the promo of the week, I thought Jacobs was the most scariest thing ever because I don't know what that man was talking about, but I know I am not crossing that man anytime soon.
But I will point out to myself, I was so disappointed in myself that I almost vomited at the disappointment in myself because, Manny, I'm going to confess to you, I was excited about the stare off between Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu, and I hate myself for this. I don't know why, but I was like,
stay tuned in a couple of weeks when Eric does a watch along on Saturday Night Main Event by himself.
I don't know. I'm just saying, you got the hyped up Samoa man gyrating, and you got a man ripping off his shirt.
You turned him into the boogeyman. You turned him into the boogeyman.
I was like,
I'm coming to get you, bro.
I was like, what we doing here?
Well, it's the old try and true. You put two bosses in the ring, you have look at each other, everybody goes, ooh.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't get this with Orange Cassidy and Pac, Manny. I'm sorry.
But Marcus and Eric, we've got this TNA partnership. There's only one call for this. Monsters Ball match.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Monster Ball, man.
Yeah, my stipulation, if Jacob don't win there, this whole thing is fraud. We got to make Jacob the monster. Because this was the first steps of Jacob taking leadership into this other side of the bloodline. Because Solo might be out. I don't know where Solo's going, but I believe Solo's going to show up on Genesis tonight.
I just want to point out to you guys.
I think it's going to be Jacob like, Solo, I loved you, past tense. It's about me now.
Oh. Tim was the greatest stooge ever. Just him standing there, his look of just like, I'm a stooge and you know it.
You know I'm a stooge. So,
you know I'm going down as soon as somebody hit me. But you know what? You need some dirt done? I'll commit that crime.
Santos got
I get to come up as.
You know, Santos gave his speech, and you know, he was telling Humberto and Angel what they need to do. He get the respect and all that good stuff. And La Madrina was listening. La Madrina didn't do a damn thing. Didn't do a damn thing. She could have
Eric, she did. Because after he said his speech, she gave him this look like, I'm like, get out of here, La Madrina.
La Madrina could have helped him in this match. There was a lot of stuff going on. I don't understand. This was actually a solid tag match. I mean, I just think the Motor City Machine Guns are so old. And when I have Axiom and Nathan Frazier is so much better.
I'm going to say this. There's nothing wrong with the Motor City Machine Guns. There's nothing wrong with it. Hold on. Let me finish the point.
You never let nobody else finish a point.
That's true, too. It does feel like old French fries though when they're out there. Like this was a solid. This was a solid match. I enjoyed it. I thought Garza and it good, and I like what WWE's trying to do with their tag team division. They're trying to bring it back. They're trying to feature other people. But I watched them do their moves, and I'm like, this is a good setup. That's a good combination piece. And then as soon as I see Chris Heyman go, I go, oh yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it. There's missing charisma. It's old French fries out there.
The fact that Manny didn't say it and he typed it is even more hilarious.
Yeah, why would you do that, man?
It's so petty. No,
you finish your point.
But Manny, I I thought Humberto and Garza looked really good as a tag team. They might have some potential. Man, if they take away the scratch tattoo, but besides that, I mean,
They need to
Who's
get rid of La
Garza's?
Madrina. She added nothing to this. She actually made them worse in this match.
You know what?
the
You know
sad part about
what? Man, if you put La Madrina out on the side, how was this match? Leave her alone. Let La Madrina live.
I mean, in
If La
essence,
Madrina was in the shark cage, this match may have been a 4 out of 5.
this is my last reference that I think I made my quota, but all I saw was 3 opponents for Penta. That's all I saw.
Nah,
but
Penta
where-
ain't wrestling any of those people.
Where's Andrade? Was like,
where
there's too many
Andrade was
Mexicans
at?
on this show? No Andrade this week.
It's never enough Mexicans.
It's a
So,
quota.
Betty, tell
Where's
us about
San Diego,
Michael Devin versus
Andrade?
Big
You
Fat,
know-
Betty. Tell us about this match. Tell us. Let us know.
Well, what can I say about this match that hasn't been said about Marcus and Penta? This match was surprisingly good.
I would do that. Lola Vice.
I wouldn't. No.
Oh.
You leave Lola be Lola. Don't bring La Madrina into this nonsense.
But Betty, she has to complete her story. I think she has to join the LWO because she's a Latina. It's the best part of her gimmick. By the way,
You were gonna
Melina's
say something?
alive. Melina was dead for a week, apparently.
That was sad.
WWE legend.
Mark, she
Yeah,
was missing. I can't even laugh at that, Marcus.
she's back.
I know.
She was never missing. She's
Shout-
never missing.
And shout out to WWE for digging up Victoria.
Mark, can I ask a question? So, Apollo finally fought those fools after he been like trying. What is this slow build with Apollo? It's been 3 weeks. I don't know what we're doing here.
Eric, I'm going to say it as simple as this. This is my one line about Apollo right now. This is all ticker material. I don't even know. Moving on.
No, I feel like they're trying to do something. I just don't know what they're trying to do.
They've been trying.
Eric, move along from Apollo Crews.
Yeah, they've been trying, okay? Yeah, it's over. It's over.
been
There's
trying,
nothing
like-
gonna happen. They gave this man a spear, for God's sakes, in an accent.
And they gave him a journal.
They gave him a Dabakato. I can't remember what they called him. Commander Aziz.
Done.
This is the most well-done steak I've ever seen in my life. It's tough.
He can go join the Hurt business. He might put some youth in that group.
It hurts people.
So Nick Aldis
Might be
couldn't
too
get the
young.
job done. He brought up an addendum that he didn't tell us what the addendum was, and both Cody and Kevin refused to sign the addendum to the point where he did what I knew he was going to do, was make a contract signing next week. I'm done with. You know what?
So hold on.
Full parts and
Sexy
contract
boy.
signings.
Sexy boy showing up with the one eye.
Why?
He's going to be there because, San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Bald
Home him and Jose Lothario.
They
Mark
can't.
Jose
They
Lothario's
won't
dead.
boo Sean, but they definitely still will boo Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah. Sean's done probably so much worse. Sean's level of debauchery is horrible. Horrible.
I think
I'm sure Sean, before he found quote unquote Jesus, was saying the N-word on a regular basis.
I thought the main event was really good. I knew what it was. I thought Bailey did a great job enhancing Tiffany Stratton in this situation. I thought that they gave enough outs for Bailey to be protected as much as Bailey could be protected about her being on everybody's show and being distracted by Roxanne.
I don't know why she's traveling across the world.
But taking that into account, I thought this was a much needed, strong title defense for Tiffany Stratton, and I thought it was a good way to end out the show. I thought it was a solid week for WWE with wrestling. Marcus, what about you?
I thought this was a really good match. I was really entertained by it, and it felt like a long time since I seen Tiffy in a one-on-one match. I was like, "Oh yeah, Tiffy can wrestle."
I just love the fact though.
It's been a long time.
But before Tiffy has her match against Bailey, let's lessen her star power by showing
That's not
Charlotte on the
listening.
yacht in the video
That's
package.
foreshadowing.
Like the sad part about the whole Charlotte video package, it was a well done package, but it was like this person has never wrestled in WWE before. It's like you could have saved this package for somebody new. Charlotte didn't
No,
need
that
no
wouldn't be
package.
them. It couldn't be. You couldn't be for anybody. That was Charlotte's package. That's her on private jets, Eric. That's her living on yachts and
you see her
doing
Instagram
Charlotte
videos?
things.
The Instagram video of her like
the Instagram video was better. Where she's
Ashley
like, get out your
Flair
head,
versus
get out your
Charlotte.
fucking head. Oh shit. Like I'm hyped. The trailer for the Charlotte movie looks really good.
That was a trailer. That's all it was.
The Charlotte comeback is gonna be huge.
Charlotte comes back and takes the title and make everybody moan on the internet on the IWC because they are tired of Charlotte.
I think it's called Grown, Eric. I think they're gonna be like
Grown. It's all the same.
They're gonna bitch. They're gonna cry. Oh, Tiffy only had it for so long. Why just gonna give? They're gonna give her the belt for the. Let her have the belt. Give her all the belts.
Women's wrestling is better when Charlotte's around to keep people down.
It's like when Triple H was on top in 2002. But I'm excited for the Charlotte return. I just thought that was a really well done video package. I was watching like a trailer for some movie going on. Like, what's this shit?
Well, the greatest thing about it is that
I wouldn't go see it in the theaters, but on Netflix, baby.
The thing that was hilarious though is that they refused to show her face, so they just showed her essence, like her hair, her body, but not her face.
They showed her face. She turned around with the fur coat. Was like, She went full magnum on that.
You know what? It did feel like one of those weird perfume adverts.
It did. Sorry, Charlize Theron.
I would do something different. We haven't done this. I think I've done this before. So, Manny, I ask you, what stood out to you the most on SmackDown?
You can't say we have never done this. We've done this before.
Because I thought about we've done
in
this
the same sentence.
What stood out to me is Kevin Owens gradually getting more insane as the weeks go on with this Winged Eagle title.
Marcus, what stood out to you this week?
When he lose that title and they take it from his cold dead fingers, it's going to be a sad day.
What about yourself, Marcus?
I just thought, the wrestling, the overall production, I thought the commentary was on point. I would give it the commentary. Wade and Tess was on point. They started the show. They did their wonder and walking to the arena, hyping everybody up.
I thought that was weird. Because it set a precedent because he was pointing at Tiffany Stratton's dressing room, and I didn't like that one bit. Tessa Storm, you need to stop pointing.
That's it right there. Later tonight, this woman has the match of her career, where she challenges Bayley for the main event of SmackDown. And then Wade comes in from the side like, oh yeah, Tess. This sold out crowd in San Diego don't know what they getting tonight, because tonight we have Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio here, or whatever he said. I honestly don't remember what they said. But I thought they stood out, as in, this was their performance tonight. And I thought SmackDown was a tremendous show this week. It was a good bounce back from last week.
What stood out to me the most was probably Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu taking the microphone, Jacob Fatu talking his shit, and then him and Braun Strowman, which seems like a natural battle of monsters. And I thought, Marcus, I agree with you in this situation. I think that SmackDown had a nice bounce back week from last week. I thought this show flowed very well. And despite us being hard on the Motor City Machine Guns and whatnot, talking about it was a good match. It was a good tag match. It was a very good week of tag team wrestling for WWE, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not ready to say that tag wrestling is back, but they have some good potential.
No, I say it, because every time you say it dies.
I ain't ready yet. I ain't gonna lie though. I can't wait for Man of 4 to take the titles from Bianca and Naomi. I know it.
Oh, come on.
I know it's happening.
Oh, come on. And then Jade aligns himself with the man too. Oh, that'd be great.
Oh.
She could be like MVP.
It was you.
So, Marcus, I know this is time.
It's time. Eric goes through the week.
Ask me more questions that you need me to know, Marcus.
All right, Eric. This week on AEW, there's the main event for the World Heavyweight title, Will Hobbs versus Jon Moxley, in a match that was for a title that hasn't been seen in months. My question is this. Where the hell was FTR and Edge, and why didn't they make that save in time? Why has Will Hobbs got a broken leg? That's some bullshit.
Let me speak on this real quick because I called you on the phone.
That's my most heinous thing of the week.
I called you on the phone right now, Mark, and I told you, I was like, the segment about Jon Moxley not wanting nobody to see the title because no one deserves to see the title. No, it seems like a really good storyline if he had a true competitor that was getting it. The fact that we keep having him fight people who win like battle royals and tournaments and shit like that kind of lessens his whole thing and makes his point even more valid. As for the match between him and Hobbs, it was blood. I never thought Hobbs had a chance at it. I do have issues with Edge and FTR not saving the man before he can lose his knee. The fact that not only were they late, but they also had to play Edge's music for him to come out to make the save on a short ramp. It was a short ramp. Wasn't even a long ramp. A short
ramp. Let me add this. Damn the ramp. We know how small the arena is because Ricochet walked outside to the cold after taking 2 steps out the ring. We know how small this arena was. There is no way they were this late behind to make this save. It was ridiculous. Where could they have been? Were they across the street?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I didn't understand why they didn't. Why we couldn't save Hobbs in this situation. Why did we have to sacrifice Hobbs? I don't know why. I just didn't get it.
Next thing.
Okay.
It's that time of the day. MJF, Jeff Jarrett. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This doesn't. This hurts MJF more than anything, in my opinion. It doesn't.
Killing him. They're killing him.
I just don't understand. I don't know what Jeff did, but you know what? Jeff has a track record of getting himself in places where he shouldn't be at, and he gets his title. I just don't know how this happened. I just don't know. Unnecessary. That was Marcus.
It was.
I just don't know how this happened. I don't know how in 2025, the going into the 3rd week of professional wrestling, and you still are with this whole MJF, who was supposed to be your highest side free agent, hottest star. You have him feuding with Jeff Jarrett. I just don't see how that makes any sense to me. It just doesn't. It doesn't. I wish them the best.
Goddamn tragedy.
Goddamn tragedy. Hope they bless.
I mean, the show was old, Eric, but how old was the show?
This show was extremely too old, but I'm pretty sure there were some people in their 50s that was like, oh my God, I haven't seen these people wrestle in ages. I really enjoyed it.
Stop it. 50s? That you going too far. I'm about to go further. It's there in the 60s. You're talking about this. That's how bad this is. Jeff Jarrett debuted in 1986. Manny wasn't even alive. Okay? Manny wasn't even alive when Jeff Jarrett had his first wrestling match.
I am trying to be not negative and be positive about AEW. They have some issues that they need to fix. They do. When I saw Dustin on there, I was like, oh, why is Dustin here? I was like, oh, we're in the retirement.
Why does Dustin have a belt? That's my question.
Pause. Why does he have 2 belts?
Yeah,
he's a tag team champion and a trios champion.
They have so much.
What the hell's going on in Ring of Honor?
They have so much youngish talent on there. Like, this is how disappointed I was with the show that I actually found the Jericho segment actually funny, and that's how bad it was. And I didn't even want. I hate saying that to myself because as the shirt that Manny sent, where was he on January 6th?
Where's his wife? Where's his wife?
Oh,
I know where she gonna be on Monday.
Yeah,
get the second coming of a Martin Luther King speech.
Listen to Carrie Underwood sing Rascal Flatts.
I don't care about that. Snoop Dogg performed last night.
I know he did. Gotta get
so
that
did Nelly.
Well, I knew Nelly would.
Yeah.
But
all right, let's go into NXT. Normal question: good Lexus King, bad Lexus King.
It was good Lexus King because he's saying that he did not cheat to win that title. I think it was better Ren Sinclair. I think she was amazing in the situation. I mean, she got Charlie another match, and she was doing the claw stroke.
Rematch.
And Ava's line of "you need to get your hearing checked" made me laugh. Actually,
you know what? Let's touch on Ava just a little bit. How do you feel about Ava not giving it to Eddie Thorpe's unique tactics, but giving it to Obafemi's unique tactics of choking Robert Stone in the back?
You got to do what you got to do. I mean, I agree with her. You cannot keep.
She negotiates with terrorists, Eric. She's not being charged. You cannot
keep rewarding Eddie Thorpe for his sinister way.
But you rewarded Obafemi for killing Rob Stone
because Oba's the champion, and you should give the champion what they want. I just would point out that
she said she wasn't going to do it. He asked nicely.
I think I want to point out something to us. Like, if we would go back 3 or 4 months ago, Eddie Thorpe was on the verge of being released in RP. He should have been let go. He had went back to his DJing gimmick, which was god awful. How did they pull this off to actually make him a somewhat credible #1 contender?
This is what they did with Ridge, and now Ridge is fighting for scraps against Tony D now. So I feel after this thing with Obafemi, he's going to be in the exact same spot.
But you gotta at least enjoy the ride, cause.
But Eric, let me ask you this question.
Okay, Manny
What the
normally
fuck was
doesn't
he
ask me
doing?
questions.
What the fuck was he doing on that roof?
I don't know.
And why was he out of breath? Why was he out of breath?
I don't know. And I was like, dude, you making this video. You could have easily caught your breath before you started recording.
No, you can't.
don't
No,
understand.
no. I'm defending Eddie on this one all the way. Everybody has seen them stairs. Everybody's been up them stairs. When you go up the stairs, you don't realize this is going to be the one. This is the one that took me out of breath. Like, I didn't realize it was so many. I can't catch my breath, but I know I got to do a video. That's what happened. The staircase got him.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Who you guys want to hear from more, Trick or Solo?
Solo.
Okay, just want to make sure. We all in agreement.
Trick's on his way to the main roster to do some damage.
Who do you think we're gonna hear from first, though? Because I don't think neither one of them gonna talk.
Well, I don't know when Trick's planning on showing up. In fact, I thought for some reason
he can't find himself again in this nonsense. I don't care.
Yeah, I thought Trick was about to team up with Melo this week and jump Jimmy.
All right, you got any more questions, Marcus? Or that it?
Yeah.
You are my brother's keeper.
The one final question.
Jimmy dives needs to stop.
Shit.
If he was gonna ask me about Jimmy's dive, that was not a good dive.
No, I can't remember. God damn it, I can't remember the question now. Well, I guess I don't have any more questions, but I had one. I can't remember what it was, though.
Manny, do you have any questions? So did we have an email, Manny?
Yeah, we do. It's
All
a
right.
story.
Oh. Is it time for me to bring back Mr. Feedback? Or did you want to read it?
No. I've done. When I don't have to read on the show,
Oh my.
it's fine.
This is a story.
I saw the length of the email. I was like, no, you can read it.
All right. All right.
Due to time constraints.
Although, when you need me to tag me in.
Let me get my glasses right, like I'm sure.
Guys, I can read.
No.
I read well.
He's hold on. Let me get my reading specs. Hold on 1 second. These are the bifocals.
Oh, he putting the reading specs on. Let me do my Triple H then.
I'm just watching his eyes. They go crazy when he switches glasses.
All right, you guys have anything for this one? I mean, I know Manny did the Triple H thing, but I'm going to do it too. Excuse me. Hello, all. So I, Kane, asked ChatGPT to simulate
Manny
an
look like he about to
epic
go paint.
gauntlet match with Manny and Marcus, the Kings of the Ropes, taking on AEW's top tag teams. This match would showcase their resilience, strategy, and teamwork as they battled through multiple rounds of fierce competition. Here's how it could unfold. The gauntlet match setup. The scene is set for an AEW tag team gauntlet match at a major pay-per-view. Let's say
He doesn't even know the name of the pay-per-view.
Revolution.
Oh,
The
okay.
Kings of the Ropes, Manny and Marcus, have issued an open challenge promising to prove they are the best tag team in the world. The stipulation is that they have to face every top AEW tag team in succession, one after another, with no breaks in between. I shall pause. I cannot believe that Manny will participate in this, considering how much he hates tag team wrestling. However, I will go back. I feel like this would just be a handicap match and a repeat of Marcus beating up the AEW locker room. But
so Manny hates tag team wrestling enough that he knows he has an opportunity to kill it once and for all in this match.
I'm curious, has anybody ever asked ChatGPT to rate the Untitled Manny and Marcus show or the Sharpshooter to see what they say about it? Because I'm pretty sure it would be hilarious. All right.
I doubt they will find it. They were like,
will.
we have no mention of this show at all.
Round one, the Kings of the Ropes versus the Acclaim. Start of the match. The bell rings and the Kings of the Ropes come out first to a strong reaction, mix of cheers and boos due to their cocky royal personas. They look like they are ready to prove they're the best, but the crowd erupts as the Acclaim make their way to the ring. Max Caster spits a rap about how Manny and Marcus can hang with the Scissors Brothers, while Anthony Bowens flexes his muscles and tells the crowd they're the real kings of AEW. The action. Manny starts the match against Max Caster.
Hey, why did I got to start?
I never thought Manny would be the start of the match. Whatever.
Manny's the pace man. Manny's the pace man. I come in, I do my big high spots, I do my...
Boy, you the power guy?
Oh, shit.
Okay, I see why I started the match now.
I was doing my bicycle kick.
Why did he kick his own setup? He kicked his own
I didn't realize. I thought I was further back, and I thought I could. Don't worry about why I kicked my setup. This is almost disastrous.
The two lock up, and Caster takes advantage with a headlight takedown. Manny fights back with agility, using his quickness to hit a springboard crossbody. He tags in Marcus, who hits a big shoulder block, sending Caster crashing to the back.
Wait a minute, hold up. Why am I basic? Manny doing springboard. I'm going with shoulder block.
Marcus, consider what just happened.
Why do I get to be Stevie Ray?
30 seconds ago, that's why you're basic. You just what happened just a couple. You kicked your own setup, Marcus. You don't know how to throw your own kick.
What you were about.
Anyway, the Acclaim starts getting some offense in with Bowens using his strengths to wear Marcus down with a series of chops and power moves. But the Kings fight back with double team tactics. Manny flying off the top rope with a drop kick while Marcus lifts Bowens for a devastating power slam. The finish, after a back and forth exchange, Manny hits a hurricanrana on Max Caster, and Marcus follows up with the crushing sit down or sit out powerbomb on Bowens. Manny and Marcus hit their tag team finish, the high-flying powerbomb combo. Marcus powerbombs Bowens while Manny hits a missile dropkick, securing the 3 count. Results, the King of the Ropes defeat the Acclaim.
Can I just say, that sounds like a devastating tag team.
The high flip powerbomb?
I don't think I could land a missile dropkick or a hurricanrana.
Manny, I didn't even understand that they thought you was a fucking luchador.
Manny's ambiguous. He's ambiguous, so he could be anything.
Marcus is the basic power man that can't wrestle.
I'm Mark Henry. I come in there. I do smooth slams. I go, I hype it up, and then, I'm down. I'm down.
Right. Round 2, Manny might meet his match because it's the Kings of the Ropes versus the Lucha Bros. Start of the match. The Kings barely get a moment to recover.
First of all, these are 2 tag teams that don't exist anymore.
Can you wait till I finish the match to chime in, sir? Don't make me.
No, the Acclaim broke up and the Lucha Bros are broken up right now.
GPT. They didn't know that at the time. The Kings barely get a moment to recover when the Lucha Brothers music hits. The crowd goes wild as Penta El Zero Mieto and Rey Fenix rush to the ring. Their light and fast speed and high-flying ability are the perfect contrast to Manny and Marcus' style. The action, the bell rings, and Rey Fenix immediately takes to the air, using his speed to outmaneuver Manny and Marcus. Manny struggles to keep up with Fenix agility, but finally he manages to counter with a well-timed super kick. He tags in Marcus, who cuts off Fenix momentum with a brutal big boot. Pin attack and goes toe-to-toe with Marcus. Showed up his
shoulder blocks and big boots. What's next? A rake in the back?
You know who they're describing? Briggs Jensen. You are Briggs Jensen.
I'm about to put somebody in a fucking bear hug in the next move.
Can we get this is a long email. Penta tags in and goes toe-to-toe with Marcus, showing off his brutal striking style with sharp kicks and chops. Meanwhile, Phoenix using his agility to springboard off the top ropes for a beautiful hurricanrana on Manny. The Lucha Brothers isolate Manny, keeping him in their corner with rapid-fire offense and fast tags. Finish. Manny finally tags in Marcus after absorbing several high-flying attacks. Marcus clears the rings with big clotheslines and slams. The King sets up their double team finisher, but Penta intercepts Marcus with a super kick, and Phoenix dives through the ropes with a top high-low. The Lucha Brothers hit their tandem finisher, Fear Factor, Penta's pocket pile driver, and Phoenix super kick combination, but Marcus kicks out just in time. The match is chaotic, with both teams taking the same risks. Finally, Manny hits a springboard diving DDT on Phoenix. Marcus finishes Penta off with a T-bone suplex into a The Kings secure the pin after a double team move on Penta. Result, the Kings of the Rope defeat the Lucha Brothers.
All right, first of all, I'm trash. Manny gets the springboard to hurricanrana and shit. Marcus comes in, big boot body slam. Most basic motherfucker.
All right, let's hear about
this. When do I put the chin lock on?
Let's hear about this basic son of a bitch again. Round 3, the Kings of the Ropes versus FTR. Because
they love their family.
They love their family.
Yeah, they love their family.
They love pro wrestling. So the Kings of the Ropes are visibly tired, but determined. Suddenly, the lights dim and an unmistakable sound of FTR music blares through the arena. Dax Harwood and Cash Ruler walk out with their serious, no-nonsense attitude, knowing this is the ultimate test for the Kings.
Oh, a tired-ass test for us. We're fucking tired. We've already had 2 hot tags. Manny's done 7 hurricanranas, and my leg is a little sore for doing a big boot.
That action
My plastic fasciitis is fucking me up right now.
FTR takes control early with their technical mastery, isolating Marcus and working his arm with precision. Dax locks in the finger four, leg lock, wearing down Marcus with excruciating pressure. Manny tries to break the hold, but it's cut off by Cash, who hits a German suplex on Manny to keep him at bay. It's a cool-down rest match for you guys. That's why they give you guys rest moves. You know what's going on. I know what this is. Marcus fights back.
Fucking up.
Marcus fights back with his power, hitting a series of slams and trying to fight FTR. However, FTR's experience starts to show as they execute flawless double team moves and tag transitions. Marcus struggles to maintain control, but he finally tags in Manny, who brings the speed and agility to outmaneuver Dax and Cash for the short time. The finish. After a brutal back and forth with near falls from both sides, FTR looks to have it won when Cash goes for the Shatter Machine. But Manny dies off the top with a crossbody to break up the pin. In the confusion, Marcus hits a huge lariat on Dax, while Manny lands a springboard moonsault onto Cash. They hit their high-flying powerbomb combo once again, securing the pin, eliminating FTR. Results, the King of the Ropes defeat FTR.
Manny, are you just Commander?
It must be. The only thing I'm not doing is running across the ring ropes.
Manny, and I would like to say,
it's still round 4. We don't know.
And I still don't know how you broke a pin with a springboard crossbody. I'm just saying. But I knew we could beat FTR because my offense could match their 80s offense. Because I'm wrestling in the 80s. I'm running with axe handles.
The last match, round 4. The Kings of the Rope versus the Young Bucks. Start of the match. The arena is electric as the Young Bucks come out to a huge ovation. Matt and Nick Jackson are known for their high energy, high flying style, and they're ready to take down the Kings of the Ropes. The crowd knows this is going to be a wild match. The action. The Bucks immediately attack with fast-paced aerial attacks. Okay, first of all, this is fraudulent because they don't do aerial attacks. They just do super kicks now, but whatever. I digress.
They still do some aerial stuff. They got those 450s and stuff.
They throw everything at Manny and Marcus, from super kicks to double team dives. Manny and Marcus struggle to keep up with the pace, but their strength and team coordination start to wear Matt. So pretty much wrestling. Do it. Beat them up. The Young Bucks got beat by wrestling. The Young Bucks hit their signature super kick party, but the Kings' resilience shows as they fight through it. Manny counters a super kick with a well-timed rolling cutter, and Marcus catches Nick with a power bomb into the turnbuckle.
Hey, I got a buckle bomb.
The Bucks are known for their resilience, but so are Marcus and Manny. After multiple high spots and false finishes, Manny lands a springboard Canadian Destroyer.
Oh my God!
And Marcus catches Nick with a powerbomb onto the apron. The Kings finish the match with their high-flying powerbomb combo one last time, and this time on Matt Jackson for the win. The results, the King of the Ropes defeat the Young Bucks. Final results, the King of the Ropes, Manny Marks, has successfully run the gauntlet, defeating 4 of the top teams in the AEW. The crowd erupts as Manny and Marcus stand tall in the ring, bloody but victorious. They prove themselves to be the best tag team in AEW, and now they're on the road to the AEW Tag Team Championship is wide open. Post-match, the AEW roster applauds them from the back. The Kings of the Ropes stand tall, still holding their royal persona, but now with undeniable respect from the AEW Tag Division. The Kings of the Ropes gauntlet victory, a new era begins. The only thing I know that this is full of shit is because this seems like a proper tag match where people were tagging in and tagging out, and we know in AEW that shit don't take place.
Well, you know, in Marcus Land, this is not the way it's going down. I'm pulling people off aprons. I'm cheating. Eye pokes.
Hey, and the tag rope will be in play.
Kane,
and I'm going to use it to choke my opponent.
Kane, Marcus is more MVP in this situation. He was doing.
I don't even know if I'm MVP. I wrestle like Satnam Singh.
You wrestle like Shane Taylor, and you know it.
Manny, I didn't know you were such an athletic person. So clearly, you're gonna turn on your powerhouse.
I didn't know either.
Manny with all his hurricanranas.
Well, thank you for the story. Please,
that was fun.
If you guys consider email that low, please let them know on Thursday show so I can drink a little bit of water so I'm not so dry.
Kane, keep sending those shits in. It's funny as fuck.
That was pretty good. But it's so stupid. Like Marcus Land's big boot.
Get out of here. Mark, it's so stupid because
your offense was Hogan.
You landed a big boot on your own goddamn laptop.
No, Manny. Thing about Marcus is that he's upset because he's basic, and we all know his offense is basic. I don't understand. Why do you want you do a 360 part?
I don't want to do a 360. Just give me a move that isn't something that Crush would do. Okay.
What move is that?
I don't know. Okay.
I thought having a lariat.
I didn't even have chops.
I thought a lariat and a powerbomb was good enough, Marcus.
They got a tired ass lariat. This is my 5th match, and I finally threw a lariat.
The next match, he's going to be doing a nerve hold.
I'm going to do that one leg submission when they put the one leg up and they just kind of just pull back.
Marcus, you strike me as a person that would have a fisherman hook submission. You know, the John Moxley.
I would attempt to do a fisherman suplex, and I know it's going to be incorrect.
So, Mark,
out.
So you wanna have one top rope move, maybe from the middle rope, the bronze.
I want splash. No, you give me a tsunami.
Wait, Marcus. Me and Marcus determined that Penta did some of your offense the other day.
Oh, yes!
He did a springboard from the bottom rope.
No.
Your leg drop.
The Simon from Penta, he was botching some of his moves, which I laughed. When I saw the bottom rope thing, I was like, that was not supposed to be the bottom rope. That was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Oh wait, I have a question, Eric. I
Okay.
forgot. If you had your jaw wired shut and you took one jab from Ethan Page, would you fall to the ground, or would it take a lot more shots before you drop?
It'll take a lot more shots because, like, your jaw is
wired shut.
Your jaw is wired shut, but your jaw is already broken, so it's already in pain. So a punch ain't gonna hurt any more than what it is right now.
It's gonna hurt more. Have you ever stubbed your toe or had an injury and you hit it again?
Stubbing your toe, it ain't the same as having your mouth wired shut.
I know. It's worse.
I told him I'd take a road dog shake, rattle, and roll before I go down.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But we all know Marcus go down real quick, especially if Pinto's in the room. Anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys stayed long enough, you saw Marcus almost kick over his own laptop, and I know he just wants to get into the M chip kind of world and walk away from Intel. That's why he was trying to give the big boot to his laptop in that situation.
And you know, guess what? In about 3 months, this is going to be its own video. So just stay tuned for that. If you missed today's episode.
Yeah, because Marcus big booted the shit out of that one. I don't know how I got up. Just showing his basic outfits. Come on, Marcus, give us an elbow drop. Do it for us. Or you can break out the who's doing the double pump axe handle right now? Who's doing that on Raw? Is it Miz?
Double pump axe handle?
Yeah, is someone doing a double pump axe handle? Was it KO? I think it's Miz. That's doing a double pump axe handle. It's the most ridiculous move ever.
Double pump axe handle.
Anyway, I'm Eric.
I'm of the high flying Lord Manny.
And I'm 1985 Marcus the grand finale.
He's pretty basic, but he's still the powerhouse of the team.
I'm gonna be in the battle royal, and everybody's just gonna dump me out because I'm too much power. But the real secret is that I'm trash.
So
I'm assuming what's gonna happen is Marcus is gonna try and eliminate someone from the corner just holding the leg.
I'm going to assume that next Saturday is a regular show because there's no reason to do a watch along for a house show, right?
What's is it
Saturday Night Main Event is next week.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. All right, so regular show next Saturday, same time, same place.
I don't know. I might get signed by the Dodgers.
If I'm free, I'll do the watch along of Saturday Night Main Event. Otherwise, I'm not gonna.
I don't know what I'm gonna do because trust me, the obligations that I have today, I don't even feel like doing. Me and Shantae need to go gamble. She had a bad week too, but we can't because we broke. Donate to the show, y'all. Buy some t-shirts. Although we don't never spend that money.
Yeah, because we use it for StreamYard.
Oh, we do? That's what we do with the money? Okay.
When times get hard, we use it for StreamYard.
And we used it for StreamYard already.
No, not yet.
Oh, times ain't been hard yet. We don't know what happened with the last people when they took
have you started eating pork and beans? No, you still riding and dining with kings and queens.
Hey, man, I like me some pork and beans, but the pork don't like me. Anyway.
Pork is haram, Eric.
Huh?
Pork is haram, Eric.
And it's delicious, too. So, it happens. Anyway, stay sharp, y'all. We out.
Da 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 da.